So do you think you were talking earlier about, and I want to go back to it because I think there is a really nice link almost between this method as Plan B and what you were saying earlier about the fact of how the content of what we teach has changed as well around responsibility, social innovation. Isn't that part that we should communicate, that students take that back into their own country to improve it, them being in a third world country or not, but to utilize that as a strength to say we give you that international education so that you can contribute to the economic development there more. Well, shouldn't that be the plan A actually?
I agree with you with a caveat or with a slight adjustment, which is not just semantic in my opinion, that we should get away from this concept of come here, we help you to understand what good business is, we help you to understand what the real good values are so that you go back and you improve your country. These countries have a lot to teach us because they can teach us how not to destroy an economy, not to make the wrong choices that in fact stop exactly those flows that have made us thrive. They can teach us that there are different governance models that actually work better. And we keep scorning them, we keep saying, oh, this is not democracy. Well, hold on. The system works, ours doesn't. And we see it because without doing any politics, there are a number of big countries where democracy has shown its limitations, and we have people at the helm. The vast majority of opinion leaders, I think, are really not fit for being where they are. So they can teach us a lot in terms of governance, in terms of organization, in terms of even in the interaction of companies, if you want to say about companies rather than charities and government with the environment. So I'm not saying that India or China is less polluted than the UK. No, they are more polluted. They're going through that curve. Unfortunately, they didn't skip certain parts of their social innovation and the technological innovation that, in theory, they could have skipped. I'm saying to go, from theory to practice. They could have skipped the fuel engine, the internal combustion engine, and go straight into electric cars, if they had the wisdom of saying, well, this is where the future is. So why we are first filling up our roads with millions and millions and millions of internal combustion engines, only to make the same difficult step that the Europeans and the Americans are doing now, of shifting from that to electric cars, which are less polluting. They could escape that, okay, but there's not a God that controls all of this. So yes, they're doing some of the same mistakes we did. Yes, it's a bumpy roads and so forth, but at the same time, let's get away from the concept of we teach them what to do. To make it very concrete, recently our university has gone to India for what we call the road show, and what we meant and we practiced was we are here to build real bridges, and they expected in some of the places where we went, and they were welcoming us anyway. They expected us to go there with a series of scholarships or other things that would attract the students to come over. And we said, well, yes, of course, we're happy if this happens. Absolutely. In fact, in part of the delegation, there were a couple of people working exactly on that. But our main message was we want to create this bridge because we want our students to be able to have experience in India. We want our faculty to be able to come to your campus, give a couple of seminars, learn from their colleagues or our colleagues in India, and at the same time, of course, we want them to reciprocate. And they were looking at that. Some of them were saying, "Oh, that's very different from what we've heard from others." I know, but it is exactly because we want to shape the future in the direction it is already going. In my opinion, as much as it's nice to say we want to shape the future, we are catching up. We are catching up with the reality. Simply trying to say, "Come over because there is an imbalance of knowledge. We have more knowledge than you, so we want to transfer it," is wrong. We grew. We helped them in the past decade, we helped them to grow the concept of what business schools are, ways of teaching, definitely yes. But now, the student has certainly reached the level of the teacher and is able to teach back. And if we miss that boat, someone else will catch it, and that would put us, on the back foot. If all business schools miss that boat, then is the global society that is going to suffer, and it will suffer because those trains are on the move. They're going faster and faster. I'm speaking about China and India. Speaking about the culture, the development, and if we don't keep pace with them, they will dominate us, and then we have decades and decades of them teaching us how to do things until one day they will recognize that we can probably help them.